Greetings, fellow conquerors, and welcome back to England here in EU4, where we are currently beating up the French once again, and probably for the last real time here. Getting a little bit of frame lag here. But we are going to move our troops into a position where hopefully they don't have to take a river crossing fighting the French. Which would be great, actually, if I didn't have to take a river crossing. Alright, if it looks like if we go from Bourbon, then we don't have to take a morale or a river crossing, which is pretty great. Is this the army? This is the army with the 1 general, so we're going to replace him with the 3 and give this general the 1. See, Alfred Albemarle, we'll call him. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing we did last time, where we attack with the first stack. Then we'll reinforce halfway through the battle. There we go. We're going to go ahead and move in. Might as well besiege their last province. This is probably going to be the last war we have in a while. Because of the amount of aggressive expansion we're going to take. We're capped on Diplo points again. But we are close to picking up another tech level, so what we're going to do is develop a little bit more. Probably in some of these same, provinces. Ones that have good trade goods. Do another in Cornwall. Let's see. Where's all the silk at? There's one here in Marches. But that's a forest, so I don't really want to develop it. In Norfolk, we do have Norfolk does have iron, but they're a marsh, so not really great land. Ayrshire is pretty good actually. They are Scottish, and iron goes up in value drastically later in the game. So let's dump 2 more points into Ayrshire for now. I was somewhat worried that not calling Castile, or not calling France, oh, sorry, Castile, yeah, it was Castile. Not calling Castile into the war might cause us problems, but it doesn't look like it's going to. They're all leaving the coalition, even though they don't know that they're probably about to form another one. We will go ahead and pick up the next Diplo tech level, though. I probably could have done that first, admittedly. Fife has converted. Great. Our truce with Austria has ended. They have not allied the Commonwealth. But who knows? After they annex Hungary here, they may just do that. Now we do have to be a little bit careful here. Yeah, Austria has rivaled us. Big surprise. Really, I'm shocked. So this is where things get interesting. If we take Anjou and Orléans, that's enough aggressive expansion for Austria to join. Which is what we'd be, worried about. And since they're a rival, they would almost certainly, want to join. And, we don't really want that. So what we're going to do is wait, basically. We're going to hire this level 3 advisor, as much as I hate to do it. I didn't realize our admin advisor had died, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up we get a theologian, finally. But really, I want more admin points, honestly. So I'm going to pick up the level 2, the artist. As much as I want the theologian, I feel like this is going to be better for us. Our war exhaustion is sitting at 1.47, so not very much. And who else is in this war? Well, we might as well besiege France's last province there. I think their army fled into Lorraine. My voice cracked a little bit there, by the way. We'll go ahead and crush Lorraine's rebels, and we will besiege them, get them out of the war. And then we're going to wait as long as possible to get this aggressive expansion to tick down. Spare no expenses. Our inflation's at 2%. It's not bad. I mean, any amount of inflation is never good, but it can be not bad, too. We are losing a little bit of money every month now because of the advisors, but I feel like the improved relations over time is definitely going to be worth it if we can get Austria to back off of this coalition. Alright, we can choose another aspect of faith. And let's see what we got available. What kind of thing would I want? Missionary strength is seeming the most tempting right now. And then idea cost after that is probably going to be what we do next. So let's go with missionary strength for now to finish converting our provinces, and then when we get another 100 church power, we will replace that with idea costs. It's also worth noting, in those battles, France was Tech 10. Oh, I see Desmond has some rebels there. He doesn't want to do it himself, so... Austria gains a claim on us. That sucks, but Austria is also in a regency right now. Which makes me wonder, I forget how the new personal union mechanic works, because it seems to me, if you don't have a leader, then why would somebody still be your personal union partner? You know, it's very strange to me. As much as I would like to fight Austria, he is a member of the HRE, and the current emperor is Saxony. Although it looks like next Austria is going to be he's going to be the next emperor, and that bodes very poorly for us. Though we do have Castile, Aragon, and Naples to help us. You know, I'm glad I didn't throw. Oh, look at the Palatinate; they're doing pretty well for themselves. Saxony is a very pathetic emperor, so he's not going to be there for long. He would only really bring the Palatinate and Bohemia, well, small Bohemia, to the table here. Brandenburg is killing it, and that might mean we have a Prussia at some point in the game here. So I'm going to go ahead and improve relations with him because he is getting his army tradition and things. He's going to be very scary, possibly. Alright, peace offer from Lorraine. Let me just take all your money. 63 ducats. And you're free to go. I'll even let you keep your alliance with France, because I don't want other people to take your land. That's you know, earlier in the series there was a bit of contention about me not basically robbing France of all their worldly possessions in the first war that we had that we managed to win. And one of the reasons I didn't do that is because when you completely bankrupt a country, you take all their land and stuff, you open them up to be conquered by other countries. And, you know, that means that's less land that you can take in the future if you're strong enough. Our diplomat in Gascony has been discovered. France has offered peace. We're not going to accept until we know that Austria is not going to be in the coalition. If that's even possible. We already have so much aggressive expansion, really. It may be unavoidable, really. But I don't know if Austria can even join the coalition if he doesn't have a Regency Council. That's something I don't know. That's, because I never joined coalitions as a player. Because the AI is usually not aggressive enough to go for that. And to try to do that. I think we're going to pick up influence ideas. And the reason we're going to go for influence once we hit Tech 10 is because we want to get this aggressive expansion impact down. The diplomatic ideas group is fantastic. But getting that aggressive expansion down is really going to help us take more land in wars. So here's the thing. To get Austria completely out of this, we have to wait another 3 years. And by then, the rebels will likely have taken over these provinces, and that's going to cause problems for us. So rather than doing that, I think... let's weigh our options here. Now we have claims on Anjou and Orléans, and that's going to be a lot of development for us. And if we look at the coalition here, obviously France and all the French miners would want to join. Kildare doesn't really matter. The Papal State might join. And the Papal State is actually pretty reasonably sized. If we look here at the Papal State, They have, let's see. Maybe it's the Papal State. They have 23,000 troops, which is fairly reasonable, actually. And then, of course, the horrifying monster that is Austria herself, especially if Austria allied the Polish Commonwealth. That would definitely cause some problems for us. On the other hand, because they have a Regency Council, they may not be able to join a coalition at all. So we're gonna go for it. You know, who dares wins. That's it's the SAS slogan, if I recall. So we'll take this land. We will take aggressive expansion. You know, quite a bit of it. But we're gonna pray here, because a lot of these countries are only, you know, very close, but within 2 years or so they would back off, and that might be just enough time for us to settle things. The alternative is killing off these rebels and waiting longer. And I just went through all this, and you know what? I think that's actually what I'm going to do after all. We're going to kill France's rebels, take the manpower hit, and then just wait for our aggressive expansion to tick down. We may end up spending some diplo points to lower war exhaustion. That is going to inevitably rise. Yeah, no fort for you. Right, that army's going to leapfrog. Yeah, we are actually losing this battle against the peasants because our armies are so weak. It really is a shame. Because England, I feel like England is like famous for, you know, having a pretty strong army historically. Not because of numerical superiority, but just because of better training and stuff like that. And maybe we're supposed to get that through like prestige or something. But I don't know. We've unlocked new cannons and the Schwarze Reites. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. I did take a little bit of German in college. I'm still attending college, but I meant like earlier in my career, of course. We are a little bit negative on manpower now, but I feel like this is worth it. So that we can hold on to France just a little bit longer in this war. And give us time to, you know, let aggressive expansion tick down. Hopefully get some of these coalition members out, basically, before they could join. Because we don't have call for peace yet, even though they're fully occupied. It's going to pop up anytime, you know, sometime soon, I'm sure. But for now, it's not, and we're going to take advantage of that. And just stay at war. It's so nice having a good amount of manpower. Our good general has perished, so we are going to hire a new one. We get a 113. Our power projection has actually lowered enough that we are losing mill points every month. That may have been going on for a minute here, and I apologize, because that's a bit of a misplay, if that's the case. It's kind of a misplay now, but we're going to end the war with France fairly soon here. Alright, let's take another look at the aggressive expansion. Some countries are so close. They're so close to not wanting to join. Yeah, spare no expenses. We are going to go ahead and pick up Tech 10 because we are waiting to core these. Actually, no. We'll save. We'll wait. That's smart. Let's wait to get these coring as soon as possible. We're not in a rush. Henry. I feel like we should. I like the Edward idea because it's so directly opposed. Edwarf. Edwarf. No, Edward. Yes. Oh, I didn't give him the, you know, the nomer of like the 6th or the 7th or whatever. Alright, so there is the call for peace. We are currently at 1.7 war exhaustion. So how much longer could we feasibly wait here? Could we wait until 1523? I think the answer is yes. We'll wait till 1523. We'll buy down the war exhaustion because we don't have that much as is, so we could very easily reduce that. Poland was building a spy network on us. Interesting. This is very tense. I'm really worried that we're gonna get like this gargantuan, crazy coalition. Mostly, I'm worried about Austria joining a coalition. They're the main threat here, but getting any number of countries out of this coalition before it starts is definitely preferable. You know, it's worth a little bit of Diplo points, and the money we're spending to get this +3 advisor. Okay, we have a new year, which means the aggressive expansion should go down, and Austria itself would be down to -51, so they would only just barely be able to join. If we wait, let's see, we're already up to plus 0.06 per month. So you think about that, we'd probably get another war exhaustion out of it if we waited another year. And yet I feel like that's worth the risk. You know, a little bit of war exhaustion in exchange for not getting a coalition against Austria, which could completely destroy our country. I feel like that's worth waiting for. So we are going to wait because they're like 2 points away. They're 2 points away. Unfortunately, it's a yearly tick. It's literally like on the year. I didn't think it was that way, but judging from what we're seeing here, I believe it is that way. I really should disband this general, but I believe the 50 points we would get back. We would have to roll another general anyway, so he'd probably be a better general, honestly, than the one we got. But we are going to keep saving our points here, even though I really want to get that next idea group. And when we get to Admin Tech 10, we can form Britain. We may actually become Britain in this episode. Go ahead and kick up the speed to 5. Help speed things along while we wait for this war to end. All of our diplomats are free, though, so I want to start improving relations. Let's build a spy network in Austria. And let's improve relations with Milan, because they're pretty big themselves. Though they don't have any useful allies either, so, you know, debatable. Yep, just waiting for the next year to show up. Alright, Saxony had religious disorder. Yeah, I don't want to lose army tradition. I wish there were, like, more events that actually gave you army tradition. It seems like it mostly just gets taken away in events. Okay, cool. Here we are. Our war exhaustion is up to 3, and we are now gaining plus 0.16 per month. It's really bad. Alright, we need to stop improving relations with Castile. Lower the speed. Sue for peace. And now Austria cannot join the coalition, which is what we need. So we're going to take these 2 provinces. War reps, humiliation, 242 ducats. And there we go. Worth the little bit of war exhaustion that we got. We're going to go ahead and lower war exhaustion so as to reduce coring costs. And now English-France is a nice vertical line here, so we're going to have to correct that in a future war here. Alright, now we are going to core these provinces. It's actually fairly cheap to core because of our ideas. And we are going to pick up Tech 10. Alright, we're going to pick up Influence Ideas. And we will pick up the first idea of that. Now, one thing we get for being England is more diplomatic relations, and it may be worth it. It's worth noting the Ottomans are actually improving. You know, they're not friendly with us, but we are getting enemy of enemy because they've rivaled Austria. Sweden would be another potential ally for us here. Another potentially useful ally is worth noting because Sweden has no immediate threats. They would certainly help us in a war against Denmark. And their infantry combat is going to be extremely useful. So yeah, I see a potential ally in Sweden who is still Catholic but has a center of Reformation in their country, so that may change in the near future. We do have some Gaelic separatists that are looking to rise up, so I think we need to send the troops over. Which we need more transport ships. Let's build like 4. Let's do 6. Let's build 6 more transport ships. And let's send this army up here to Inverness, I believe is where they popped last time. Yeah. Alright, and now what everybody's been waiting for, the big moment. We can form the British nation. So, here's what we get. Country changes to Great Britain. Great Britain gains a permanent claim on Britain. We gain 25 prestige, very nice. Increased centralization, which gives more unrest, but also lowers monthly autonomy, which is also pretty great. And I think I'm ready for that. Let's go ahead and take... Let's do it. Here we are. So, hello, fellow conquerors, and welcome to Great Britain. That's right, we're finally Britain now. And what a time to be alive. We are still a kingdom, which is unfortunate, but we are at 634 development, so becoming an empire is certainly within our grasp. We will begin converting, because here in Britain, we are Protestant. We don't believe in the Catholic religion. You know, it's a fool's religion. Alright, we will, let's see, oh yes, we get these, let's see, the Test Act, we would get missionary strength, plus 5%, or 0.5%, and tolerance of heretics down, which could be worth it. What is our tolerance of heretics as is? We have 0 tolerance of heretics, which means that currently we get no penalties, but also no bonuses for heretics, which is pretty nice. You know, it's not bad. The question is, do we want to lose... a little bit of that to convert provinces faster. Because a lot of the land we're going to be taking is going to be Catholic. So I think that's actually worth it. Especially since we don't really plan on taking humanist ideas anytime soon. So we will take the Test Act, which deleted the other decision. And then we could take the Conventicle Act, which would further lower our tolerance of heretics, but also further increase our missionary strength. As is... you know what? If we're going to convert these provinces, and we don't want to wait for an Inquisitor, then we're going to want to do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and pass that as well. So our tolerance of heretics is going to go down, but our missionary strength is through the roof. And we'll actually be able to convert all these provinces like we need to. You know, get our religious unity up and all that. Especially since some of these French provinces are so big that we need that missionary strength to do what we're trying to do. But yeah, welcome to Britain. Our troops look exactly the same. Alright, good start. We are fancy though. Gain 1 mercantilism for 25 Diplo power, or hate your life forever. Let me think about that one. Sorry about the Steam notifications. You know, you forget about those when you're playing other games, and you know, it doesn't really occur to you till you're recording videos that that could be obtrusive. So I apologize for that, but not too much. You know, it is a thing. We'll build a workshop here in Ayrshire since it's a good province. We'll pick up the rest of our troops here in France. Yep, we got a coalition from all the available states. We'll never know. Well, somebody might know in the comments, you know, if you do know this, whether or not they can join a coalition if they have a Regency Council. Because I don't know that. I don't know how that works. We're going to fire the +3 advisor so that we stop losing money. We will hire back the Morale of Navies guy because he's cheaper. And I think I want to build another manpower building. We'll build it right here in Armor. I think is a good place to build it. Yes, Armor looks like a great place to build it. So we'll build it there. Get a little bit more manpower. And is there anywhere we could build like a church that would be good? Looks like Somerset or Marches would be good places. So let's build one in Somerset. Somerset. I don't know. Obviously it's English, so probably not pronounced like that. We're doing pretty great for ourselves. Let's fabricate a claim on Artesian? I don't even... That's like it's a German word that's emulating a French word, and it makes me very uncomfortable. Still waiting for those transport ships to finish, but hey, I think we did great this episode. We picked up a lot more development. We became Great Britain instead of England, which is pretty great. I'm sorry. And yeah, so I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for joining me, my fellow Britishmen, and I'll see you on the next one.